Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Star Wars The Black Series Moff Gideon, part of the Star Wars The Mandalorian figures. And in the package, he looks really cool. He comes in that corner package with the side art. He is box number 8, and he has like a little blurb in multiple languages, and he's got the artwork on the back also. Got a little window on the top if you want to shine a little light through it when you got your box displayed. But that's not what this one's going to do. We're going to open it up and take a closer look at the figure. So here we go, Moff Gideon, Star Wars Black Series. This is a 6-inch scale figure, and just to show you, I'm going to stand him up next to the Beskar Mandalorian that I have, so you can see him for size. But let's just take a closer look at this figure. So there is his face sculpt in all its glory. Now there is a little bit of an issue right here where you got this like plastic line that runs across his head all the way in the back. So that might not be on every figure. That might just be the figure that I got. But anyways, I think it's a fairly decent face sculpt that you have. It does look like Giancarlo Esposito, which is kind of cool. And the uniform is just awesome. Look at that slick back right there. He's got his red belt. He's got his appropriate black attire. He's got his sidearm hanging down from what looks like a leather strap that gives it around the thigh. Now, you saw what just happened. This is his cape, and it basically just plugs into this little piece in the back right here, and that gives its ride just on the top of his shoulders, which is kind of the way he's set up. Now, I do like it, and I've seen the ones where they kind of have like the piece that kind of cringes forward and maybe they click right here. I think the second sister was like that, Inquisitor, but I don't think it detracts from the figure. I would have liked this if this was a soft goods cape, much better. It would have been flowing, something like Vader, but I guess having the red and the black would have been a little bit difficult. But anyways, here he is without the cape. I'm just going to slowly turn him so you can kind of see him. He's got that nice stripe on the side. He's got some nice paint details in there, and look at that detailing work they got on his uniform. It really does make it look like it's leather, in my opinion. And look at the belt. Look at the detailing in there with the pattern that's a little bit different. It goes horizontal and then vertical right there in the front. That looks really, really nice. He has the pinless technology. Like if you look at the arm here, he's got a little bit greater than 90 degrees on that from the pinless, and on the legs too. So this is a totally upgraded figure, which is pretty awesome. He's got the upper leg movement, and he doesn't have that above the boot, but it's because this piece right here turns right above the knee, and then he's got the leg joint. So the other cool thing about it is the way that they put these shoulder pads on. They put them in such a way where they're not glued all the way to the top, so you can get a little bit more range of motion in the arm because this piece will go over the chest armor, which is kind of nice, right? So it'll go over the chest armor. His hair is slicked back just like it is in the show, and it looks pretty cool standing up there. And I'm kind of happy to have him in my collection. So here is his little blaster that has like a scope on it that goes right inside of his holster, which actually to me looks leather, even though it's plastic. It's got some nice detailing in there where it's not like perfect and has some kind of the striations, similar to what a leather holster would look like. And of course, he has the dark saber. Now this dark saber is actually kind of cool if you look at it. Look at the handle on there. It's got some good detailing. But when you look at the blade, it's really cool. It has that like clear plastic outside of the black, which when you have it up there next to some light, it's going to give it some glow, and it looks really cool. So here we got Moff Gideon. Let's just give him one more look in some different angles. There he is with his dark saber, and I'll just slowly turn him so we can get a good look at the way this figure is. He looks really slick. That cape just hanging right off his back looks really awesome. It's got really great detail in there, which you would expect from being like a plastic cape. And, you know, for posing and standing him on the shelf, it's going to look fantastic, actually. So here's one of the things that I want to do. If you watch my channel, you watch my videos, you know that I've made a custom Moff Gideon. Let me raise the camera a little bit. So you know I made a custom one. So let's see how I did, everybody. So what I did was I took the General Veers chest plate. I think it looks pretty good. I did leave this piece on because I didn't want to have to manufacture that belt. That's why I left this piece, and because it carries the gun holster. So I think that's fairly decent. I did use a uniform that was all black with this piece hanging down, and I did give him these little arm pieces, which were from another figure, and I glued those on, and then I did my paint. But I did get those 2 red paint dots on the shoulders, and what I did was I actually had a cloth cape on there. So if you stand them from behind, you can see like what he might have looked like with a cloth cape. And maybe from the front, you can see like, oh, what it might have looked like with some type of a cloth cape on the figure. So that's my Moff Gideon, and I of course used a head sculpt from a Breaking Bad figure. That's why he has a little bit different look with the hair, and of course I had to paint it kind of grayish, and I didn't get the hairdo right. But anyways, this figure is not about my custom. This figure is about the Moff Gideon from the Black Series, and I think it looks actually really good. Leave me some comments down below. Tell me what you think of the figure, whether or not you're impressed with it or not. I think it's going to go well with my figures. I think I'm kind of digging it, actually, especially because now I have a dark saber, and that's the best part. Okay, so as a parting shot, I wanted to throw this in there. This is the Mandalorian fighting off Moff Gideon with the dark saber. This spear right here is from the battle damaged Captain Phasma, and the reason I'm throwing it in there is to say, hey, Usual Mike, I watched your video.
And if you're wondering, that baton now can be used with the Mandalorian, the one that you can take out of the packet. You put the baton with him. If you're out-of-box collectors, that's what you can do. A nice gold gun in that. That Phasma's brilliant. That's the best Phasma they made.
Anyways, everybody, have a great day.